Welcome to Lesson 4, Skim Milk Pudding Parfaits. Today, we're going to help children get more dairy into their diets by teaching them to make their own skim milk pudding parfaits using skim milk, instant vanilla pudding, berries, and graham crackers. Our education piece centers around milk and the nutrients it provides. Let's get started. Let's start with our ingredients. Using the prep list provided, check that you have skim milk, instant vanilla pudding mix, graham crackers, and berries. Next, let's check that we have all of our equipment. First, you'll need a bucket of sanitizer water with a clean wiping cloth and food service gloves. You'll also need a cutting board, a chef knife, a 1/4 cup portion scoop, a tablespoon measure, a garbage bowl, prep bowls with lids, and a marker for labeling them. Let's start prepping. First, we're going to cut the strawberries into bite-sized pieces. You can save some time here by using frozen berries instead of fresh. Then I'll crush the graham crackers. Now we're ready to measure our ingredients. You need 1 container of each of the ingredients per group, plus 1 for the demo. I'm not using a container for the pudding because it's already in its packet, but I have taken it out of the box so it's easier for the kids during the lesson. Next, we'll measure the milk. You need 8 1/4 cup portion scoops of milk, or if you have a 2-cup measure, use that instead to make it go faster. Next, we'll measure the strawberries. Using the 1/4 cup portion scoop, measure out 8 scoops of strawberries, also the equivalent of 2 cups. When you're using a portion scoop, make sure that you wash it in between ingredients or use a new one each time. Next, you'll need 3 1/4 cup portion scoops of graham crackers. Now we need to cover, label, and date all of our ingredients. Keep everything refrigerated or packed in a cooler with ice until it's time for the demo. Now let's check that we have all of our equipment for the demo. This includes a cutting board, a chef knife, plastic cocktail cups, plastic spoons, mixing bowls, whisks, salad tongs, napkins, sanitizer wipes, food service gloves, the handout for the students, and crayons. Okay, now let's head to our demo.
Okay, I'm here on site with Janine. We're going to wipe down the tables, set up the lessons, and get ready for the kids. Hi boys and girls, my name is Louisa and I'm here from Northern Illinois Food Bank to do a nutrition education lesson with you today. Are you guys excited? Yeah! Great. Before we get started, I have 3 rules for us. The first rule is that we are sitting in our seats with our hands in our laps. Okay. When I am talking, you are listening. Wonderful, thank you. And I need you to be looking up here at me during the demonstration so you know what to do, okay? And our third rule is have fun. Okay, so today we are going to be making a skim milk pudding parfait, okay? So in front of you, if you want to take a look real quick, you have a recipe. This is how we're going to make our pudding parfait. So if you look up at me, we have 4 main ingredients. Okay, we're going to use skim milk. We're going to use some graham crackers. We're going to use some pudding and some berries. Ooh, everyone likes berries, right? Okay. So I have a little something I want to tell you about the ingredients we're using today. Okay, we're going to be using skim milk, and milk is a good source of vitamin D. Okay, so if you look on the back of your activity sheet, there's a cow, okay, and up in the corner, if you look at me up in the corner, you'll see that there is a sun. So vitamin D comes from the sun, okay, so the cow gets sun, the vitamin D gets into the milk, and we drink the milk, okay? So why do we drink milk? Any ideas? Well, because milk is a good source of vitamin D, which helps keep our bones strong. What kinds of bones do we have in our bodies? Can you point to some bones in your bodies? Yep, right? How about your teeth? Are your teeth bones? Yes. Right, our teeth are bones that we want to keep nice and strong. Now I want you to say our phrase of the day with me. Milk is vitamin D-licious.
Milk is vitamin
Delicious. Wonderful. Okay, so to get started today, I am going to need a volunteer. And if you can come around this side for me. All right. So this lesson is going to involve a lot of whisking. So before we start whisking, how about we stretch out our wrists? Oh, stretch them real good. All right, we are ready to start whisking. Okay, so first, we are going to pour our milk into the bowl. So I'm going to help you with this one if you want to hold my whisk, because there's a lot of milk in here. Okay, next, you're going to want to open the pudding packet and pour it into the milk. What do you think we're going to do next? So next, actually, we're going to whisk together our pudding. Now, let me show you. Right now, the pudding looks very liquidy. Okay, have you guys ever made pudding before? I'll bring it around to you. Okay, you see? All right, if you guys can sit down. It looks kind of like eggs, you're right. Okay, so I'll bring it around so you guys can take a look. Okay, so it looks liquidy. But have you ever had pudding before? Does it look like this? Can you have a seat? Thank you. It doesn't look quite like this. So my helper is going to help turn this milk and this powder into a pudding. All right, so now you're going to want to whisk. And it's going to take a couple of minutes. Yep, so you want it to get nice and thick. All right. So what do you think is going to happen after she's done whisking? Yes? Kind of like Jell-O, that's right. All right, how about I help you out here? So we whisk real fast. What do you think? You want to give it a try? Can you guys practice whisking yourselves over there? Get your wrists nice and warmed up. Good job. How about the other hand? Do you think you can whisk well with the other hand? All right, take a look at that. We just about have some pudding here. Okay, so what happens with our pudding, I'll show you with my spoon here, is it gets nice and thick. Yeah. Okay, so we are making a parfait. So the next step in our parfait is some graham crackers. That's right, they're like a cookie. So what you're going to want to do is with the tongues, you're going to want to place some graham crackers on the bottom. Now I want to tell you guys something about parfait, okay? Did you know that the word parfait in French means perfect? Yes. You did know that? Wow. Well, I think that parfait is a perfect way for us to help make dessert at home. What do you think? Do you think you can make some dessert at home? Yes. All right. Okay, so next, you're going to want to put in some pudding with your spoon. So a parfait is a dessert that has lots of different layers. Okay, so here we have cookies and berries and pudding, and we can get as creative as we want with our parfaits. There's no right way to make a parfait, okay? All right, so now if you want to add in some berries. Okay. All right. Okay, great, and you can have a seat. You can have a seat. You can take yours with you here. Can we give our helper a round of applause? Okay, so before we get started, I want to tell you something. There are 3 different kinds of berries in here. Can you guys see what those 3 different kinds are? Raspberries, blueberries, and blackberries. Okay, so you guys can go ahead and get started. Take turns. I think the kids love the parfaits. I think they really get invested when they're able to build something themselves and kind of make it whatever way they want. We use skim milk in there to introduce a low-fat dairy option, and that's adding in some protein for them as well and introducing this idea that they need vitamin D for their bones. And we incorporate 3 different types of berries in there, some of which they may have not eaten before. Okay, so today we have a worksheet for you. Okay, so on the back of your recipe, there is a coloring sheet for you. And first, you're gonna wanna fill in the blanks. So can you help me out? What was our phrase for today? Milk is vitamin delicious. Okay, and then you can color in your picture and trace the D that comes with the cow because milk gives us vitamin D. All right. As you guys are finishing up, please remember to clean up after yourselves. Anything that needs to go in the garbage, please throw away in the trash can. Okay, thank you. The reason that I chose the job that I chose and that I do what I do is because I think it is so important to start with the children. If the children can get excited about new foods, they bring that home to their families and they can introduce that to them. Having children be involved with the different processes of food is really important, because if they are able to cook and participate and see that somebody wants their help with the food, they're more likely to try new foods.